Well, here I am, and I'm trying to find a place that technically doesn't exist anymore. And if you notice on the magical sign that just happened to appear right here, I'm off of Louisiana Highway 10. And if you know your geography, you know what parts of the state that go through. I think I said that right. But here's the thing. Like I said, it's like the place I'm looking for isn't even here anymore. But some of you may know it if you are a movie fan person. And this is what I'm looking for right here. Look that. Look that. Yes, look that. Impressive, no? Well, this used to be a cafe, a little restaurant here in Morganza, Louisiana. And when I tell you a little bit more about it, then you'll think, oh wait, okay, I'll have to go back and watch that to see that me. But here's the front steps. Look that. Nothing much left but the front steps, and I think there was some windows that was under the windows there. So look that. I bet you're super impressed. But here, this actually tells what it was. See if you can see that, you. But look that. Yep, this was Melancon's cafe. And I'm not sure why it ended up tearing it down and stuff. Once the movie was done, it was a real cafe, but I don't know what happened. They didn't do too good with their food or something. And this is all that's left. Look that. And here's an actual real live picture that I copied a copy of a copy to get. And this shows the actual filming of the scenes in front of Melancon's cafe, and you can see the cafe part is over to the right, and there's like a microphone boom sticking out, and the guy's walking toward us like from where the front door is, and then there's a little motorcycle over there, and then there's the little deal in the front with the little wheels on it. That's the dolly for the camera, and you can see there was like different parts to it. The cafe was all to the right. I'm not sure what the part was. It's, you could say, kind of in the middle there. There's a couple of people standing in front of the door, and that's where the motorcycles are parked in front of. And then there's another little piece way on the end, way over on the right. And then next door to that, there was a little old wooden building, and it looks like it's in pretty rough shape. Plus, way over on the edge on the right, there was another store over there, and I'm not sure what that store was called back then. Well, pretty much everything in the picture is gone now. And if you look real close, between Melancon's and that white building to the right, you can see my car. I parked it right there. And I parked it right there, but I didn't want to get in trouble because I wasn't technically old enough to drive. Actually, I couldn't even reach the pedals in 1968. So, don't believe everything you hear. And look that. Here's a picture I took of the TV because I wasn't there. But this is actually inside the real live cafe. And you can see in the background, they got the counter and everything. And in the front, that's our trio of heroes with Dennis Hopper. You can't see his face, but that's the back of his head with his cool safari hat. And that's Jack Nicholson in the middle with his gold football helmet he wore when he was riding around on a motorcycle. And then that's Peter Fonda over there, and he doesn't have his American hat on. He's just sitting there, and they're waiting to get their food and stuff and all that. Out the window, behind Dennis Hopper's Australian Outback hat, you can kind of see outside a little bit. I'm not even sure what that is out there, but you can see that. So anyway, and I think the lady working behind the counter, I think she was from around Morganza. I think she was one of the locals that got to play roles in that. The other thing is, it looks like there was some confusion maybe. Right, look behind Jack Nicholson. There's a calendar. It's one of these old time calendars. It has a number 7. It was the 7th of whatever month. But then on the over his other shoulder, there's another one that says the 6th. So I don't know what happened there. It was sometime between the 6th and the 7th when all that was supposed to happen. And this is actually a recreated fake picture of Melancon's Cafe, and you can tell it's fake because because I said so. At the very bottom of the building, that's like it was a big piece of plywood or something they painted and stuck up there in 2019 when it was the 50th anniversary of when they shot Easy Rider there. And they had somebody had a motorcycle that was not really like the one in the movie. It was kind of like it. That's the real a real motorcycle over to the right. You see there, all red, white, and blue and everything. It's completely different from the one in the movie, though. And you see the other thing they did leave out was the buildings over on the left-hand side of Melancon's. That building in the middle had an awning on it, and then that old wooden building they're all gone. Then where the picket fence is, that's where that other store was. That I don't know what it was. And between them is where I secretly parked my car because I was like 6 years old. So I got to drive all around over there and stuff. So anyway, that's my secret story, so don't tell anybody. Oh look, there's a creepy shadow. It's the ghost of Easy Rider. But yeah, there's plenty of pictures of the movie when it was done here. But it was about some motorcycle dudes, and they rode around, and one had an American helmet on, and they rode around, and they went to New Orleans and got all in trouble in the graveyard and were acting all freaky. And then they had somebody didn't like them too much because they were too fancy, and they well, I don't want to spoil the ending, but here we go. This is it. Look that's what it used to look like back in the day. That's what the front of the cafe looked like. Do you see that? And that's pretty much all that's left. So, but look, there's some happy people inside. Let's look at them close. I think they're happy. They're looking at us from inside there. And yeah, I don't know why people took such offense at him, because in the movie he had that motorcycle. You could see he's got his American helmet on there, and he had his American gas tank on there. And you think patriotic people would have been okay with that, but maybe it was the fact that Jack Nicholson was riding around with him. Maybe that's what happened. So yeah, if y'all remember, it's Dennis Hopper, Peter Fonda, and Jack Nicholson. And they walked these very streets in downtown Morganza. And yeah, look at that. The place hasn't changed too much, except for the cafe is gone. And look, they disconnected their gas line too. They said, we don't want nobody coming back, so we're gonna cut off the gas too. So that's the end of that cafe. These dumb movie people coming back looking for that. But yeah, let's take another stroll down memory lane along Highway 10. And yeah, that's the steps. I was in the middle of the cafe there, and those ghostly people in the window, they were sitting about right here. That's where the booth would have been in that picture. And there's some other people, you couldn't see them as good, that were looking out of this window at us. And this was just like next door. This is the cafe annex or something. And yep, not a whole lot left. I don't think they left any secret messages or anything for anybody around here. So, you know, you got that. But that's a little bit of movie history. And they filmed some other stuff in the general area within like 100 miles of here. The stuff along the levee and all exciting road action and stuff. And you can see all that in that movie. But you see, it was kind of tough. I guess they had to close down the road here because see, it's a road and there's the railroad tracks and there's another road on the other side. And when they were filming, they had all kind of junk in the road, all the cameras and stuff and equipment out here. And that probably upset some people because they had to take the long way down there where that car went over the tracks. That's one way across. And then there's one over here. But I mean, that's a detour, yeah. People don't like that when they gotta take a big old detour all over and stuff like that. So yeah, that was exciting, wasn't it? You're getting to see the remains of a cafe, and it even made me kind of hungry because whenever I see the foundation of a cafe that was torn down decades ago, I always tend to get a little hungry and a little tear in my eye. But it's okay because you can watch the movie and see Melancon all you want. Look, here's what it looks like from another angle. Look, that. Yes, over there, that would be the back of the cafe. And you can still see some of the concrete on the ground, and that's about it. So there you go, movie magic. In the truest sense of the word.